Hi everybody out there. This is Kathleen from AHA. I'm up over at Kathy Green's house. We'll be starting here in about 3 more minutes. So just get your supplies ready. Here are sort of what your finished product are going to look like. If you want to just see that here right now. Yeah, the little ones. We're not going to get to that today, but those are quite gorgeous.
Those are what we do normal years.
And what was that?
Those are batik Easter eggs.
These are batik Easter eggs. So, yeah. Once you get the natural egg dyeing, maybe you can go to this at some point. Those are awesome. And if you're here from out of town, it's a beautiful day here in Telluride. A great day to dye eggs. Hopefully we'll have a nice sunny Easter. I think we're supposed to get some snow though, so I'm not sure. Telluride, a great day to dye eggs. Hopefully we'll have a nice sunny Easter. I think we're supposed to get some snow though, so I'm not sure. You can see when people join. Okay, we'll go live.
Hi, it's natural Easter egg time. Normally I make batik Easter eggs with very bright colors, but you need a lot of equipment and stuff the average home or kitchen won't have. So I thought this year we would all do natural Easter egg dyes with stuff we should have around our kitchen. You can use your kitchen pots and pans, wash them up afterwards, and continue to use them for food, which you can't do with a lot of other dye products. The first thing I'm going to do is get ready to do some of our onion skin wrapped eggs. So I'm going to get like 4 pieces of cotton. I already made Easter eggs with these, so they're a little bit stained. I'm going to stick them in this baking dish of water. Then I'm going to pick out some of my larger red onion skins, and we're going to put those in the water. You want the bigger ones in here, the ones that are kind of shaped like the eggs, like the round parts of the onion. The littler ones we'll use in a cooked dye in a few minutes. And I'm planning to do about 4 of the red onion wrapped Easter eggs in just a bit. So while all this is getting soft and ready to use, I'm going to take a red cabbage. This one is a small one. I did a much bigger the other day to practice. But you just need to cut it up in chunks. You don't have to make it very small. And I'm not planning on eating mine. You might be able to eat yours, but I'm not so sure that I would recommend that. And so I got a non-organic regular. Now I'm going to put 4 cups of water in this pot. And because of the altitude, I always throw in an extra cup on any recipe kind of. And I know I'm going to boil this pretty hard. I'll probably boil down, but I want to end up with 4 cups of dye. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm putting the cabbage in here. And now I have a very antique stove, and lighting it is an interesting experience. So I'm gonna light it the way I do with a welding striker. Most people choose to use the Ama flames, but I like this. We're gonna put the lid on the cabbage, and when it comes to a boil, we're gonna let it boil for about 15 minutes. Now we're coming back to our Easter eggs, and I have to get, it's best on the onion skin wrap ones, it's best if you have raw eggs, but if you've already hard boiled all your eggs, you can do it any which way. So I'm gonna take one piece of cloth. I'm gonna set the cutting board and the knife out of our way for the moment. I'm gonna wring it out, I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna get an egg, and then I'm gonna start picking out onion skins. And I think you want the inside. I got varying results. You want the ones that are more colorful, not the really translucent ones. I figured that much out. And just kind of wrap the egg up as much as you can in a whole lot of onion skins. And then you're gonna pull each corner up, pull it up, and then you're gonna grab your ever so handy rubber bands and make a tight little bundle. And then I've decided, I did it both ways the other day, that it's better to add on a few more rubber bands. So if you have enough, do this. If you don't have very many rubber bands available, just tie up your bundle. You could also tie your bundle up with string if you don't have rubber bands. I would do the both ways when I'm doing other kinds of egg dyeing and other kinds of cloth dyeing that are similar to this. So now we're gonna do our second egg. We're gonna put the egg inside and try to wrap it up so you can't see any of the egg. It's all going to be great. These are the favorite ones that I'm doing today. These are my favorite because they come out marbled. There are a lot of them. Kathleen can turn around and show you in that basket. All the orange and yellow ones are what we're making right now. And we're starting to make right now. And I'm now wrapping my second egg.
So cool.
Okay. Now we're going on to the third egg. I've got it pick out, getting to the bottom of my wet leaves, onion skins, not leaves, similar.
Kathy, are these rags, are these just any?
They're any pieces of cotton. I happen to have a lot of cotton for dyeing or scrap cotton from dyeing, but you could use an old t-shirt, you could probably use a household rag. I have some rags in case I make a mess, but you could use, just a typical household rag like this would work.
Okay.
So any piece of cloth. If it's really colorful, when we cook it, that color might also transfer on your egg, but I bet it would make it look even more interesting. So it might be good to try it with some colored cloth if that's what you have. But just go in your rag bag or find, a scrap of cotton or an old shirt you never want to wear again and make art with it. It's simple. And you have to cut it up so you won't be wearing the shirt as a shirt again, but you'll get to do other cool things with it. Okay, so I'm almost done with our red onion skin eggs. Twisting it around, and I didn't add all the extra rubber bands. Maybe I'll do that, or maybe I won't. We'll do that on 2, but not on all of them. And then we're going to take these extra red onion skins, and we're going to put them in this pan with about 2 cups of water. Only I know I'm going to boil this down, so I'm going to do a little bit extra. And I'm going to go right over here, and I'm going to grab my yellow onion skins, and I'm going to put them in this bowl and start wetting them. And getting them ready. Then I'm going to grab my container of more red onion skins so that I have it in my pot right here. And I save onion skins all the time for different kinds of eco fabric dyeing. So I just happen to have tons of these. I have so many out in the garage, you wouldn't believe it. It's crazy, but it's all for good. Okay, now we get to light the weird stove again. Chuck loved camping out, so he thought our kitchen should be like a camping out experience all the time. So that's partly why we have this antique stove that's not the easiest thing to cook on, but it's fun. Okay, I'm getting my cloths. Now we're going to make our yellow onion bundles. And let me see what the cabbage is doing. It's not quite boiling. Turn it on a little bit heavier. Now we're going to wrap our yellow onions. And that's a better one for cooking with. Sometimes when I'm twisting them to get the rubber band on, I hear this crunching sound and I think I've broken the egg, but it's really just the onion skins crunching. So far I've been lucky that way, though sometimes the eggs do break, whatever. Okay, we're on to yellow onion number 2. One for the next one. You it's easiest to pull all 4 corners together, and you don't have to get the rubber band around every corner, but the tighter it is, probably the better design you get, the more marbling. We'll throw on a few extra little rubber bands here. Alright, only got 2 more of these to wrap, and then we'll put them in their kettle and let them boil while we do a few other things and look at a few other things. See if that one will fit there. So you could probably do a better job of wrapping your onion skins around your eggs. I might make a difference, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to do this quickly so we can get these in the pot and working. One to go. Something, oh, this one. I have to just check that they're not boiling over or something. And the last raw egg, and I think I want to spin that way. twisting, hearing the little crunchy noise, but knowing it's not an egg. Okay, now we're gonna place them very carefully. It's kind of cute. They've got like these little handles almost. So I'm gonna bring them over here. I'm just gonna set them into this boiling water.
So these are the red onion and the yellow onion going in.
I cook them together. They probably would turn out more different if I cooked them in separate pots, but I only have a 4-burner stove, so that seems to work quite adequately for me to have them right next to each other. And we're going to do 2 cups of water in here and cook up a few yellow onion skins. This burner. Switch lids. Okay, so I'm going to set my clock for 15 minutes for the onion skin ones, and we're going to look at some of the things I've been working on. I've got to get to the right part of my phone to be a clock. Okay, there we go. You're supposed to hard boil your eggs like a day or 2 before you use them. And then there's various schools of thought. There's various schools of thought in the world of indigo dyeing, whether you do long dips or mini dips. And this is kind of the same from what I read up on natural egg dyeing, that you can do mini dips and get darker colors, or you can do put them in the refrigerator and let them sit for a few days. So I made most of these on Sunday. I'm going to just move a few things around so we've got a little bit more room to look at eggs. Don't need our baking pan anymore. And we'll sort, but I'll bring over, we don't need our onion skins anymore. I'll bring over a few colanders instead that we can start putting eggs in. As we get them out. Okay. This is from the red onion dye that I made a few days ago on Sunday. And I'm just going to bring them out, and then we'll kind of wash and dry them. And mine have a lot of bubbles. They don't do that every year, and the stuff kind of washes off, but the bubbles actually make a really cool design. I kind of like the bubble design. So these are red onions from a few days ago. This is old tea bags that I saved for fabric dyeing, but they also dye eggs. It makes a brown color. It's kind of a milky dye. I've always had trouble with turmeric. We might try that again today, or we might not. I can never get it to fully dissolve, so it's all full of sediment. You can kind of see that in the jar, I hope, on the camera. And actually, this egg is looking better.
It's pretty.
Than the first egg I got out earlier today, so we'll see about that. And let's see. This is the cabbage. Or it's only one. Is there another egg in there? Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but it comes off and turns light blue. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. But whatever. Then I read that
that one, like
the purple, the pale blue one. Then I read about you're supposed to use grape juice, and I didn't have any grape juice, and I couldn't find any at the store, so I used some adult grape juice. It's called merlot. It's the same red grapes, I believe, or purple grapes or something. And I've gotten some interesting results from that. And then I also did some, I had crayon grape juice, and it made good results in the stuff, but I started these again this morning, and they're not doing very well. They're very pale. I'll probably put them back in here, and they're super bubbly, which makes interesting textures on the eggs, but I don't think they're ready to come out. Then there's the real grape juice. And again, the adult grape juice was more exciting, but the bubbles on this might be good when they kind of dry up. We'll see. I'll set some of these out of the way over here. So we can look at these other eggs while things are cooking. And then in fabric dyeing, everybody starts out with avocado skins and pits to make pink dye. Even though they are green, they make pink. The color is often opposite the color of the thing. So I've never had much luck with avocado egg dyes. I started this morning. We'll take out one of them. It's pretty pale, but it is a nice pale beigey pink. I don't know. And okay, so while we're waiting for everything to cook, we're going to start wasting a few paper towels, but I've never figured out how to do this without the paper towel component. So we're going to go under here.
Wow, it really sticks to it.
Yeah, this one's working out better than the other one. I'll transfer those over to here. We'll put our more done eggs right here. I'll use this as a rag. And the other thing that you do is you rub vegetable oil, just cheap canola oil of some sort, on your egg to make it make it shiny. Now see, on this one, if I rub on it, I can make it come off. I'll try not to do that. I'll dry it. And then I'll get more paper towels. See, I get to use a lot of them. So I would highly recommend that you start your eggs today or tomorrow, and then you can get them out on Saturday for the Easter Bunny to come and hide them. And they'll be more colorful, but you can always make them on Saturday as well. There's, you can do everything every which way. And I like the ones that are marbled or uneven, like this one. I find interesting. And these tones are all earth tones. They're all quieter, calmer colors. They're not quite as vibrant as the synthetic, past Easter egg dyes or the dyes that we use for batik Easter eggs. This one's like broken or something. Are Ukrainian chemical dyes as well, and very, very vibrant, wonderful colors.
Mm.
Now there's something out of this egg that's cracked. Oh well.
I like that blue.
I know. I'm just hoping it stays on, but we'll see. The other time it came off, it's a lovely light blue, but the dark blue is the best. Now see, it's kind of, it's dark.
What made that?
This is cabbage.
Cool.
Cabbage, believe it or not. The color of the fruit or the vegetable and the dye does not always match. It's more like what the chemicals are inside of it. So, see, this one's turning light blue again. Oh well. It's still
So
a pretty
pretty.
color. It's like sky blue now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're finishing up these. And just have to be careful drying them that you don't hurt them. And I like these ones with the extreme texture, you know, so I'm trying not to wipe that off too much. See if it'll bind to the egg or not. And then this is our super pale avocado pit. And I can hear Angela dye right now. She hates avocado dye on fabric. I can hear her screaming now. But don't do this. Or maybe she hates onion skins on fabric. She hates one of them because they're not the most vibrant fabric dye. So I'm going to set those right there. And now we're going to grab a few of our bottles that we haven't made new colors of, like the turmeric and the grape juices, adult and kids. And we're going to start putting eggs in them to make more. So, and with a smaller jar, you can usually get 2 eggs in it. I'm probably just going to put 1 in for now. Well, actually, I've got enough. I can put 2 in. So this is the merlot. And in a few more days, that'll be an interesting color.
Should I get close up to show them what you did?
Okay, yeah. This is the grape juice. This is Welch's grape juice. And all of these have white vinegar added to them. We're racing through the egg cartons as we should be. And here, let's see. This is the tea. And all you do is take your old tea bags and cook them in a pot and then strain them out. I'll show you, the tea bags are pretty easy to get back out, but I'll show you the getting the food out. I'm going to set that one there. Here's the one that's always looks like it's a disaster, but actually works occasionally. The turmeric. And this is the cran raspberry we started today, and the avocado one. I'm just going to leave that one in there. I'm going to save these for our other dyes that are coming along. Now I'm going to go check on them. Okay, the onion packages are starting, the onion juice is starting to kind of turn gold. Ooh, the cabbage is looking really good. I don't think it's quite ready to come out. Let's see what's going on with the onions. I better grab a spoon. Might let that go a tiny bit longer.
Somebody just asked, was that
tablespoon or 2 of white vinegar, and then you strain it through this. And let me see how the yellow onions are doing.
I'm going to check real quick, Kathy, to make sure that I'm still on the AHA page because I just saw that I responded as myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I will start with the red onions because I made them first. I put them on first. I know the cabbage has to go a certain length of time. And now I'm going to get one of my big strainers. Put this back. And we're going to...
Do you want me to move these completely?
You can move them out of the way. Whoops. So, I'm going to put my pan in the sink for cleanup, and I'm going to put all the dead onion skins in my compost bucket. And then we're going to come back over here, and we're going to get my white vinegar. I have it in large sizes because I use it for fabric dyeing. And we're gonna do it's approximately 1 tablespoon per cup is a good rule of thumb. And we're gonna let that sit there for a second. And we're gonna get another jar. We're gonna pour this in the jar. That's red onions. I'll put a label on it in a minute. Now we're gonna do the yellow onions. They're supposed to make orange. Well, here, I think, and I'm fortunate at my concrete countertops I can just pop my super hot pans on. Do not do this if you don't have heat-proof countertops. Please do not wreck your kitchen in the middle of COVID. We don't need that for anybody. So these are the yellow onion skins.
Nice.
They're gonna make an orangier color dye. And again, I'm gonna, over here, oh good, the other eggs are about ready to come out.
Okay.
Now,
Good job for putting the timer on.
I just have to rearrange a few things. I'm gonna turn this off. I'll turn both of those off. We'll let the yellow onions just cool down for, oh, I'll put the vinegar in them before I forget. And
So is that like 2 cups water?
2 cups of water.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Uh-huh.
I'm also going to add vinegar to the cabbage right now. For 4 cups of water with this one, I'm only going to add 3 tablespoons of vinegar.
Okay, so for the onions, it's 2 cups
For almost
water
everything,
and 2 tablespoons
2
of
cups.
vinegar.
Or if you want to make a lot, you make 4 cups and 4 tablespoons. So it's a 1 tablespoon, 1 cup ratio, except you do a little bit less, and I don't know chemically why with the cabbage, but that I just know that from reading. And I haven't experimented. I'm probably never gonna get that serious to try to see the difference if I did 4 versus 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Okay, now I'm gonna take our little egg packages. You wanna come look at them, Kathleen?
Mm-hmm.
See, it kind of looks like the onion water. I'm gonna put them in my big sink, and I'm gonna turn on the water to cool them
Cold
down.
water.
This cold water, I'm just gonna let it run. Meanwhile, I'm coming back over here, getting another empty jar for our yellow onions.
Do you want me to turn that off at all? You just tell me.
It should be overflowing.
Uh-huh.
That's what I want. So, okay, there we are. We've got 2 jars of new dye, and now we're gonna put,
It's almost there.
yeah, it's almost there, and then, yeah, this will, I'm gonna wait just a second, and I've gotta get my bigger thing, my bigger deal, and put that in recycling, though that's not happening, and I'm gonna get ready to do the cabbage.
Cool. This is the blue one.
This is, yeah, except right now it's purple, but the dye, when it dyes to the egg, it turns blue.
Yeah. So pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. So, and now, like I said, all this is just cabbage, boiling water, and vinegar. So you could probably turn this into some interesting meal, but I'm just going to send mine to my compost bin. So it's going to go right there. That'll go right there. And we're going to pour it in a bottle as well. Well, here, I'll put it here so we can see the color while we pour it.
Mm-hmm. So pretty.
And I'm just gonna pour out. I need to have room to put a few eggs in there, so I'm not gonna go any deeper there. Set everything out of the way. And we're supposed to let these cool till room temperature, which is going to take a bit before we put the remaining hard-boiled eggs in them. But while we're waiting for that to happen, one thing said you could take them outside to cool off, but today I'm not sure that it's any cooler outside than it is inside. We're having a beautiful, wonderful day. Now I'm bringing back the little bundled eggs. I'm draining off most of the water, so it's easy for me to bring these over here and taking off my hot mitts, off and on, off and on. And then I'm gonna put, here, let me rinse this out because I don't want that tea stain on these. And in theory, these are cool enough that I can unwrap them. Actually, they might need a little more cold water. Hang on for 1 second. And I'm looking for something to dump my onion skins in. Oh, I know, I can just dump them in here. And I just reuse my cloths, but you could throw them away. But see, you can see how it comes out printed in different places, different designs. That was a red onion one, obviously, from looking at the onion skins. I'm saving the rubber bands. I'm saving the cloth to reuse again next year or later this week, who knows. This looks like it's a yellow onion skin because it's not red. And they tend to be more vibrant yellow is what I think I've noticed.
Wow.
So these are really fun.
Those are so cool.
When I was a child, we did this, but we always used something we called Vidalia onions. And I think they're the same as sweet onions.
Sweet, yeah.
And they make really wild colors. So if you, I've glanced at Clark's, I've never really seen them, but if you can get your hands on sweet onion or Vidalia onion skins to do this, you will be, it's like trippy. It's great. You can make blues and greens,
Those are
all
so
kinds
cool.
of colors. So yeah, these are really fun. So that's why these are my favorite. They're a little harder to prepare, the wrapping and stuff, but they're the most exciting to reveal and unwrap. So that's all great.
For anyone tuning in, these are the red onion and the yellow onion wrapped eggs. Oh, that one's really cool. It's really bright too.
Yeah, it just varies. I haven't, I'm trying to figure out which kind of onion skins work the best. Which, the thicker ones, the thinner ones. I haven't really figured that out, but they're all pretty good. So,
Isn't it awesome?
to see what's inside of this one. More red skins. Random label that doesn't seem to have done anything, thankfully. And some pretty nice designs. I'm thinking this is going to be a yellow onion skin, but I'm not sure of that. Oh, nope, I'm wrong.
red.
It's red. So this is probably our last red one. Nice.
Oh, wow, that's definitely, yeah.
So these are the best, but like I said, get both
Cool
colors
designs.
of onions if you can, and if you can get Vidalia onions, it's just like magical, is what I know. This is more of a yellow onion, now orange. So yeah, that's a little more yellowy. And here's the last one we're unwrapping.
Those are more of the colors we've
Yeah.
made today.
Yeah.
These are the red.
your dishwasher empty because you'll fill it up when you're done making all of these. And I think while those are drying for a bit, we will put a few of these in here.
And these will be going into
we won't get to see these because there's just not enough time.
Totally.
They're going to go in my refrigerator when they're cool enough, and we'll see what colors they make in a few days. And I let one of them in the cabbage. I'm going to pour a little bit of it out of here. Drop, so I think I cracked it, but it's better if you lower them down really carefully with your spoon. And then I didn't do red onions the other day, so I'm going to put that one in red and let them sit. And then I'm tossing this out of my way. We'll check the ones we just put in. We know they're not going to be done, and I'm just going to rinse my spoon so I don't color transfer. So we can see what the top egg is. It's very pale. It's been there like 5 minutes. I would, definitely, I'm going to leave that for days in my refrigerator. This is the avocado ones, or no, this is the cran grape ones from earlier today, so they're just kind of getting going, and I don't even know if it's worth looking at these that we just started. I think they all need to rest, but we've got them all going, so they'll be ready in a couple of days. Now I'll take some of this out of our way, set it over here. And I would wash your onion skin with, rags or all by themselves in your washing machine to get them ready for some other project. And now we're gonna oil our eggs, but first I'm gonna just push these dyes all.
Sorry. Do you want me to get rid of these?
Wait, I'm gonna need.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to get these over here. And I'm going to open up one of these. And I'm going to clean up our workspace a little bit. And now I'm going to start using more paper towels. And if many of you know me well, and I don't like using paper towels, so this is once a year for Easter eggs, whether it's batik Easter eggs or natural eggs, this is when I cheat and use paper towels. And I guess I could do the whole thing in cotton, but I haven't quite figured it out. So I'm just going to take a little bit of inexpensive vegetable oil or whatever you have and rub it on the egg, and it makes it a little bit shiny.
When you say whatever you have, could it be like olive oil too, or not
they
really?
recommended vegetable oil, other vegetable oils such as canola rather than olive oil. But if you only have olive oil is an oil. It will work.
That's so pretty.
And then when I'm letting them dry, I put them sideways in the egg holder every other space so they can kind of not touch each other and they can start to dry. That's why we have all the empty egg cartons, and that's why you want to save an empty egg carton around Easter time. Have an extra empty egg carton for your eggs every year for when you're working on them and making them. And eggs are very much part of Easter, but long before Christianity came along, the eggs were part of spring rituals and all over the world in every culture. It's part of spring. It's part of the time of the year that we're in, and it represents birth or rebirth, and it represents longer days, and hopefully it represents a happy future, because we're all in a stressful place right now. And I usually have 3 days of batik Easter eggs. One day for adults only, Friday afternoon, kids on Saturday, and kids and adults on Sunday. But next year I think we might have a lot to celebrate, and I might have to have Easter egg week. We might have to spend a whole week before spring break and before we all leave.
I'll show you the batik ones.
Eggs, yeah.
So here are the cool batik ones. So they're awesome. Kathy does such cool stuff, but these are so cool. That's next level. But
That's next level.
if you join us next year when we do it live,
Yeah.
this would be such a cool class.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Yeah, we
So
could do that
fun.
next year because you just need a lot of, some. Lucy Reeves has become an expert on the real Ukrainian Easter eggs, and she'll be helping me next year.
Cool.
We haven't got it planned. Obviously, we didn't have time to even plan it for this year because everything went awry. But anyway, we'll be teaching those the real way to do it next year. So I'm just slowly oiling each of the eggs that we either made today or got out of the dye today, and then I'm going to leave a bunch in the dye and get them out in a few days and get them ready in time for Easter. So this is it. It's really simple. I'm not a big hard-boiled egg eater, so I never eat my own hard-boiled eggs. Plus, I've played with them so much, I'm afraid of them. But if you take care, you can certainly eat these once you're done with making them, keeping them always refrigerated, and hiding them and finding them. And usually, when I was a child, I was one of the older children in my family of my one brother and my cousins. So we hid and unhid the eggs, found the eggs so many times there wasn't anything left to eat. We just did find the eggs like over and over and over. It was pretty fun.
Well, those are pretty.
Yeah, some of the colors that you can get are great. And so if you have an old red wine that you're afraid to drink, don't cook with it, dye with it. And yes, I'm going to need one more carton to get the newest Easter eggs out and oiled, and kind of polished. And the bubbles that I was showing you on some of the new ones, the bubbles make these white dots, which I happen to be very fond of. But then they're not all over the egg.
They're like dinosaur eggs.
They are kind of like dinosaur eggs, yes. They're not your normal average Easter egg for sure. And some people make this perfect natural Easter eggs. I haven't, even though I've read many recipes and tried various recipes, I haven't figured that out. And I kind of like the freeform eggs anyway. Yeah, more fun. Okay, we'll see how much of the blue we can keep on our sky blue egg. And
which was made out of cabbage.
That's
a cabbage one.
Yeah, maybe somebody can figure out how to keep the dark blue that I can't ever keep on that egg. And they also say if you put the blue eggs in the turmeric, then you get a green egg.
Oh.
So you can put it in one dye for a while, wash it off, dry it, drop it back, place it, don't drop it using a wrong verb, place it back in a different color and get the two colors. So you could, you know which colors you can cross between, So, yeah, this one had lots of bubbles. So
that's a dinosaur egg for real.
It's definitely a dinosaur egg, yes.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And this one came out of the same thing, but it must have been on the bottom, and it's all like sandpaper, and it doesn't have the bubbles. So they're not twins; they're unalike twins. And then I think I'll just stick this egg back in. Let's see, where's my avocado?
Jen Parsons said, "Thank you so much for doing this. We had so much fun with Kathy last year."
Okay, yeah. Well, next year we'll all be together in person doing this. Is all I can say. This year it's just not gonna. We're gonna do it long distance, and this is what you can do in your kitchen. And don't wear your best clothes. I'm wearing my traditional Easter egg dyeing shirt today because I'm not sure that all the natural dyes will come out of your clothes. So it's a typical Kathy art party. Don't get too dressed up for it. So that's it. Put your eggs away for a few days in the refrigerator. Hopefully you can fit them in. And then you'll have pretty shiny eggs once you get them out and oil them and put them in a great basket of some sort. So this was fun. I've got a few other things plan for the next several weeks. I think I'm on maybe every other week, I'm not sure. And I have some other interesting things for us to do. Okay, bye-bye and happy Easter and happy egg making.
Yay. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, good. It took it to